bodybuilders have to practice to do the vacuum. They have to practice to keep the weight in. They have to practice to smile and to look friendly and to look like a champion rather than...
And it's an art form as an artist that works in flesh.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dragon Pharma YouTube channel. I'm Logan Franklin and I'm happy to say today's topic is the art of posing. Okay, so before we start, please be sure to subscribe down below so you can stay up to date with all of our exclusive content right here on the Dragon Pharma YouTube channel. First, I believe posing is bodybuilding, because that is the way that you present your physique. And my passion for bodybuilding, I'm so competitive that I want to be the best. And for me to be able to do that, you know, I have to be able to present my physique, which is the posing. My very first classic physique show, I remember I got roasted for my posing. People said I posed awful. And I remember telling myself that I was never going to have that reaction again. And after that, I really buckled down and worked on the art of my craft. And the rest is history. So I've been competing in the IFBB for 11 years now, this year. And I was not always in a bodybuilding class where you have bodybuilding, traditional bodybuilding poses and what's real bodybuilding. Before Classic Physique, I was competing in men's physique, wearing board shorts, the whole beach look, the model magazine cover type physique. So posing was a lot different back then, especially in the beginning of men's physique compared to what it is now. It's completely different now, but back then it was very basic, you know, just front and side ab poses and a rear back pose. And you just kind of, I don't know, you just kind of slide around on stage. And then Classic, let's see, it really challenges you. You know, whenever you try to understand how to angle your physique and it challenges you as a bodybuilder, because you want to be able to be seen from any angle and you want people to be astonished from every angle, even whenever it's not an angle meant to be seen. And so to do that in posing, you either need to learn your flaws and your body symmetry and pose around it, or it challenges you to build that symmetry and the proportions throughout your physique to develop the body that, you know, can be seen from any point of view. So I think that's challenged me and molded me as a bodybuilder just because of how difficult it is. And I love it. I have a few that I really like, but the one for me this far into my career that really does it for me and that put me on the map was my Osiris routine, where I won the best poser at the Arnold Classic in 2021. And this routine was so special to me because everybody had expected for another fantastic poser, Terrence Ruffin, to come into the show and wipe the floor on everybody with his posing, and he was guaranteed to be the best poser. And I came in there and I got that victory over him with the posing award. So because of how great Terrence is in posing and his status of being as good as he is, and one of the very best to do it, I think that posing routine and that moment and delivering a performance was the best for me because of what was around it. The Arnold Classic Best Poser, and I got to beat Terrence Ruffin. And I'm the only guy that has a posing award over him, so I think that's my favorite routine.
See, Arnold needs to be out here with us now so he can see this portion of it. I know he would be proud to see this, because they're basically doing everything he said he needed to see.
That's great.
Good job, Logan.
Crowd likes him.
Beautiful.
So it seems the last couple of decades, maybe, in bodybuilding, that posing has really shifted downhill across the board. Some of the reasons why I feel that it has taken this shift where it's gone downhill is because I think in the shows they're not really judging the posing. It doesn't really mean anything. No matter if you could pose and deliver a phenomenal routine, and it doesn't mean anything, because in the end you're judging physique. Posing is also so difficult, and it takes a hell of a lot of energy and focus. It takes you doing it over and over and feeling awkward and trying to understand how to not feel awkward and what positions are looking awkward. You have to totally expose yourself, and to be able to do it smooth and effortlessly, to be able to be accurate in every single pose and make each transition magical. It's very challenging. It's very difficult, and not many people, I think, have that ability to put forth that effort, or maybe they just don't want to. So, to keep posing alive, I mean, I'm doing my part, I would say, just by giving it maximum effort into this craft, to actually putting in the work every single day, multiple times a day on prep. And as you get closer, creating choreography to routine, all of these things matter. Just showing that you worked on something to deliver it as art to the audience or the world of bodybuilding. I feel that I'm doing my part by giving it my all and trying to set an example for the guys that I compete with today and those that are coming into the game that are just getting started, or maybe the next generation that's just now discovering bodybuilding, or the next generation after that might look at videos of me posing whenever I'm an old man and this is all said and done, and then they'll look at things that I did to be inspired. So I think that's how I'm doing my part. It's hard for me to necessarily choose a number one favorite poser of all time. I have a few, and for different reasons, I think the greatest would have to be Lee Labrada. His choreography, the amount of poses, the amount of time he could perform and connect such a multitude of poses and His transitions, everything was always so brilliant. So it's hard to not say LIKE as the greatest. Now, another one of my favorites would be Samir Bannout. Not because of the choreography. Back in those days, there was less choreography, I feel. But his artistry in his poses. I draw a lot of inspiration from Samir Bannout, of how he's in poses, of the art that he displays. A lot of my inspiration for how I choreograph my routines comes from the song itself. A lot of the times I have to feel it, you know. I have to find the track for one, and then listen to it over and over and over, and develop this creative tension, as Mr. LIKE would say, creative tension, where you're just constantly trying to put together thoughts. You know, just the way the track feels, the sounds that it makes can generate ideas of transitions and what might look cool. Poses, it's hard to say what pose is going to hit where. You know, it takes me a long time to choreograph something. So, you know, I just try to think of all the cool poses that I know, or poses that I've barely seen. Even things that you might not think would be a pose, that could be something that goes transitionally from one to another. Whenever I'm posing in my garage and I have my son and my wife come in here while I'm practicing, I don't really think of it too much in the moment, because I'm in the zone. I'm working, and a lot of times the wholesome videos or clips or whatever I post of it is, and after the fact of realizing, oh wow, that was a pretty cool moment of whatever happened, and whatever was captured, if there was anything that captured. So yeah, it's cool. To the next generation of athletes entering the bodybuilding space and wanting to get started on this journey and understanding the art of bodybuilding and how to display it, I think it's very important to immediately work on your posing and to understand each pose and how to position yourself, just so you can capture the way you look and understand your own body's symmetry and proportions, and to help you build your physique into whatever it is that you have in your head, whatever vision you have and where you want to go. So I think immediately starting, you're trying to see your body in different angles, trying to see what your body is, what is a strong point of your physique, what is a weakness. And the only way to be able to truly discover that is through posing, and to be able to look at yourself and be able to actually be able to give your own feedback and understand what you're looking at and understand what's there and what's missing. Well, there you have it, guys. That was our Q&A on the art of posing. I hope maybe we answered a question that you had in mind. If you guys want to see another video, or you have any recommendations on something you want to see in the future, be sure to subscribe down below and leave us a comment on what you would like to see. And we'll see you next time.